to your point, it is this dying art. It's like what running backs had to go through in the NFL. You're just like, are we going to find a bat? I'm just bringing in all the
Kristen's
things.
freaking out over here. She's like, what?
In the what league? I don't understand.
In the National Fairy League.
How do we get there? Welcome back to the recap show. You are catching Tobin and I fresh after a quick little energetic shake, which we replaced with for our normal grounding moment. So lucky you, we're feeling fresh this morning, and we're going to jump right in. Last week, Tobin and I had a lot of fun watching the U.S. Women's National Team play the next generation of kids coming up. And, we were just yapping back and forth as we watched the game. Actually, I was really trying to get Tobin to stop talking about tactics. And I said, okay, who's vibing out there? Who's the vibiest U.S. Women's National Team player? Who's got the aura? So Tobin and I then, of course, turned into witches. And we decided to do aura readings for the U.S. Women's National Team last roster.
It was more so like I was kind of giving out the vibes and you were then giving out the colors.
Yes.
Yeah. And
Precisely.
Also, I love that you have this updo because it looks like you kind of have like antenna on your head, like for this aura reading.
I'm going to channel the energy of the universe and tell you all the energy
through your buns
of the U.S. Women's National Team players.
But it is cool because we get to be fans now. And I think we're looking at it through a different lens where it's like, what is attracting us? Like who are these players that are, that sparkle out there? So I think that was kind of part of it too. Like, who do we want to see on the field? Who do we like naturally root for? Because that's all part of, it's not just the football. There's a total package here going on.
Totally. And I think there's something about sports where you're finding like this energetic bond with the players, whether they're your teammates or if they're fans. I love when you said like, who's sparkling?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't want to just watch the best players. I want to watch the most stylish players. I want to watch players who know how to celebrate.
And like personality, where like when they're playing, you almost like you're connected to them, like where you feel like you actually like know them. It's like sports are just so cool. You're communicating something with like every movement, with the way you wear your socks, with the way you do your hair, with actually how your physical body moves through space, with the way that you connect with your teammates, with your body language. Like everything is like kind of like painting a picture of these players. And there were a couple players that we were just stood out in for a couple different reasons. So should we get into them?
Yeah, just before we do, I do have to say that we think our era of U.S. Women's National Team was pretty darn cool, pretty vibey. And this next group is unknown. I feel like we don't yet have that same level of connection. Obviously, earlier in their careers, they're still trying to develop that aura and that vibe. So we are going to do our best readings of a couple of the vibiest, strongest witches, strongest aura witch vibe on the U.S. Women's National Team.
Lily Johannes.
Okay, why?
I mean, how cool can you be out on the field? Like, this is next level comfortable on the field. I just loved it. When she came into that first Portugal game where everyone was saying this is like complete chaos going on in the field, with one breath, with one touch, Lily could change the whole feeling of the game. It was just the composure on the ball, like how young she is, how composed, how she can put her magic on the game and decide, the tempo of it, how it's going to be played, how it's going to be felt, and to be able to like give that gift to the players around you. You always loved playing with players that made you feel more comfortable, that made you feel more like yourself. And she has this really special ability. She's so fun to watch. She's so clever. She's so cerebral. But then she's just cool. Like, she moves cool. She moves effortless. Like, players that make the game look easy, for me, like stylistically, yes, please, more of that. And yeah, and she's like kind of tall. She has a stature. She has this amazing look to her. Yeah, I'm vibing.
High praise. I totally agree. She is unpredictable, unbothered, untouchable. I'm going to give her an aura reading of iridescent teal with the element of air. Ooh. She's just floating out on the field. And while everyone else is kind of like trucking through mud, she's just floating above it all.
I see that. I love that.
Go on, Lily.
Go on, Lily. Okay, next, like a totally different aura, but definitely giving a lot of vibes here. Emily Fox. For me, she's like this mystery woman. We've always had outside backs that have so much character, so much personality. They wear their hearts on their sleeves. Like I think of an Ali Krieger, like I can picture her face. I can picture her hunch, her body language. Kelly O'Hara, rah, like just go, go, go. And I look at Emily Fox and I'm like, this is a mystery woman. Her steely look, right? Like she has this look where you're just like, it's just a look. I don't even know how to explain it.
I do.
Okay, please.
Silver white.
Ooh.
Her element is ether.
Ooh.
The fifth element. She is an enigma in motion.
Yes.
Where is she coming from?
Yes.
Where is she going? What do her parents look like?
Yes. She's unreadable. She's unreadable.
What does she do for fun?
No idea.
That's what I have to know.
No idea. But wow, does Emily Fox have such a vibe?
That is a strong aura, I agree.
Really
and actually
strong.
One of the more tenured players on the team and still the biggest mystery.
So cool though, right?
I think we need to have her on the show.
Please.
To learn more, to unpack this enigma.
Yeah.
Definitely a vibe.
Definitely a vibe. Okay. Last player.
Jaden Shaw.
Jaden Shaw. I don't know if it's because we have had an opportunity to get to know Jaden Shaw, who already was just like, we were like, wow. Jaden almost was like our introduction to this like next generation where she was able to, we were just shocked by the way that she was able to articulate herself at such a young age. We're like, oh my gosh, she's so well spoken and she's really knows who she is. And we're like, how?
Yeah, and she is really grounded and honestly uses humor to kind of cut through situations in a really unique way. Great person. Loved having a conversation with her.
Yeah. And I feel like, obviously she's gone through like a little bit of some struggles and now she's kind of finding like a little bit of a resurgence with Gotham. And now you're seeing it a little bit with the U.S. Women's National Team. But I would say what's so special about Jaden is there's probably nobody better on the U.S. Women's National Team in small spaces. I mean, you'll hear her teammates say this about herself, where it reminds me of LJ, that when she has the ball at her foot, it's almost impossible to get it off. It's almost like attached, like Velcro. And the way that they're able to control the ball and control their body in tight spaces with a lot of defenders is such a high level of intelligence, because you have to understand your body in space. You have to understand the four players around you because you're playing in the pocket most of the time. And you have to understand your connection and your technique to the ball. I think that is some voodoo.
Okay, my Ouija board is telling me violent flame, element is fire, ball control as spell work.
I love it. And we can't forget that this is a player that can score goals. In and around the box is extremely tidy.
Conjuring goals out of thin air.
Conjure. I love it. And style, like she has style, right?
Yeah.
She's got this, she wants to express herself and her personality outwardly. Like there's some inward folks. And there's some outward folks. And Jaden Shaw is loud. She has a loud game. She has a loud personality. She has loud style. And we love that. Come on, Jaden, let's go.
Well, props to the aura of the next generation of the U.S. Women's National Team.
Can we do this more? I love it.
We hope that we keep seeing all the vibes flying high. And we will do our best to talk to the ancestors to see if they have more aura predictions for you all in the future.
We are constantly on the lookout for new pop culture moments, but sometimes we need to take a step back and reset. The same goes for your fitness routine. If you're looking to reset your workouts, the new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus makes it easy to get back on track. Powered by Peloton IQ, Peloton's most intelligent training technology yet. Peloton IQ gives you real-time feedback that takes the guesswork out of every rep. It counts, corrects, and coaches you through each move so you can lift smarter, run stronger, and reach your goals faster. And because no 2 days or bodies are the same, the swivel screen lets you flow from a 30-minute run to a quick stretch or a yoga session to wind down. You'll never get stuck in a rut when variety is built right in. It's smart, it's fresh, and it's definitely trending. It is more than equipment. The new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus is a tool for transformation. So let yourself run, lift, stretch, push, and go. Check out the new Peloton Cross Training Tread Plus at onepeloton.com. As athletes, we've always understood that what we put in our bodies matters. It's the foundation of everything: performance, recovery, energy, longevity, and the same is true for our pets. Nulo offers high-protein recipes to support lean muscle, low carbs for sustained energy, and probiotics to support digestive health and immunity. And now that we have our dog Bobby, we think about her nutrition as a way to fuel her for all of her adventures, whether that's a hike, a game of fetch, or just keeping up with us. Nulo is trusted by world-class athletes like Simone Biles, Maddie Mastro, and Caleb Dressel for their pets because they understand the importance of this connection. When you fuel better, you perform better. Our pets deserve that same level of intention. We owe it to them to fuel them right. Visit Nulo.com, that's Nulo.com, to learn more and fuel incredible. Okay, so the NWSL is still young, and I think this is something that is going to happen in the future, but I do predict, as we continue to get more franchises in the NWSL, that we will have an All-Star game and we will have an East versus West. And I decided to go into the future a bit and have my own little ditty.
Very Tobin of you.
Yes. And it also kind of explains where the strengths and the weaknesses lie in these teams. Like, for instance, when I was picking All-Stars in general, there were whole teams that I was like, not interested.
Ooh.
And that begged the question when you think of how strong and competitive the league is, how there are teams where you could pick multiple players and some teams that you could skate over. Anyways, I know you're dying to know.
Dying.
So we decided to do the normal geography, but there was one team, since there's an odd amount of teams, which is Kansas City, that kind of falls right in the middle. So we decided to make Kansas City a bit of a wild card where the East or the West could claim some of these players. I
love when you very generously use we.
Of course.
You decided that. I am but a bystander.
As long as you don't say no, I have complete freedom. All right. Goalkeeper, Anna Morehouse. Across the back line, we have on the left side, Carrie Abello. Center backs, Raphael, Sonnet. And then on the right, we have Sams. Emily Sams.
Emily.
All right. Midfield, Angelina, Manaka, Rose.
Interesting.
Up top, we have Esther, Chwenga, and Croy. And just
wait. In a three front?
So if I'm going to do probably a graphic about this because it'll be a little confusing to some folks, but I really have a high rotation on the left side with Carrie Abello really joining the attack that forms more of a three-back between the two Emilys and Raphael. Do you see it now?
Yes.
And then in the midfield, Angelina, Manaka, and Rose. Very techie midfield.
Very attacking.
And attacking. But if you're playing with a three-back, you have one of the backs, probably Sonnet or Raphael, moving more into a sixth position. Which
so then who's your wing back on the other side?
No, Emily Sams would be... Oh, you're talking about who's my winger on that side?
Wing back if you're in a three.
Well, I actually kind of have more of a side diamond with, I put Croy in my front line with Esther and Chwenga. It's a really awesome team. Tactically, I'm going to have to go over it a bit with the players because it's a little confusing.
The players are lost.
The players will play.
And they will score.
This is a very fun team to watch. This is why I'm really excited about the future format of what I'm projecting into the world of the All Stars. Because when I name these two teams, you're going to be like, yes, sign me up. I want to be there. Anyways.
So far, so good.
East. Now we get to the West. Lorena in goal. Giselle Thompson on the right.
Oh, gee.
Pearl Maroney on the left. Jordan Bugg, Trinity Armstrong in the middle.
Young.
Really young and fun. And natural. It's a natural back line. We
What
have
does that mean?
traditional outside backs and center backs. All right. Then we go to our midfield. Midfield in the West is really hard. Lots of great midfielders in the West. Yep. We have Claire Hutton, Olivia Moultrie, and Sam Coffey.
Ooh, interesting. That doesn't scream balance to me.
What would scream more balance?
Well, if you think of the East midfield, it's like all, to me, like 10 personalities. And these are all like
a little same.
6-8 engine kind of players. Like, just get on the ball.
Okay, but it kind of makes sense. Now we'll get into the front line. I have Tanaka as a false 9.
There you go.
Delphine on the right. Kristen Press as my 9.
You didn't tell me this.
Or I would pick Kimmy Esgan.
Mini Tobin as
just because I just would want to watch her play.
So you haven't put us on the West Coast team. I now vote the West Coast team will win.
Okay, so those are my two teams. Any thoughts? Anyone that you're like surprised by? And I do have to preface this with the fact that I did not choose injured players. So obviously the Trinities of the world are missing, the Bandas of the world are missing. And, you know, all of our friends that have some kind of injury.
Well, I think the interesting contrast is the two midfields. Stylistically are very different. I think Tanaka as a false 9.
But then you have speed with...
helps balance that midfield from what I thought would be a little bit
boring.
Slow and boring. And I almost thought that the East midfield was like too creative and you like lack stability. It was almost like their exact opposite.
That's why it's kind of fun, right? But then when you look at the back lines, the back line of the East is so stable and the back line of the West is like fresh and fun.
Well, I am really enjoying how excited this has made you.
It really has. And also a bit worrying in terms of the amount of, like, I want to say the amount of Americans that I have. On the East, I have Sonnet, Sams, Abello, Rose, Croy.
That's 5.
That's pretty good. Okay, let's check the West. I have Giselle, Jordan, Trinity, Claire, Olivia, Sam. Oh, this is pretty good. Yeah, it's basically 5 and 5 or 5 and 6.
And Tobin, who do you think wins?
I think you're right. I think the East wins.
What's the score?
Maybe 3-1.
I would go like 5-3. I don't know
5-3 because All-Star games.
But I feel like All-Star games, everyone scores.
Attack. No, the East is a little too defensive. I think maybe they would win 2-0 actually.
You're giving
or
0
2-1.
to the West?
Maybe 2-1.
Oh, I see why.
The West, it doesn't really scream goals.
The West is not screaming goals.
Yeah. Unless Kristen Press is in it.
Naturally.
Yeah. And then the whole team will shape up. Perfect.
Well, next season, I know that every NWSL player is going to go into this season saying, I hope I make Tobin his all-star team at the end of this season.
Yeah. Actually, shout out Kenza Dali. She should be in the midfield in the West. That would make that midfield a little bit more interesting. But Olivia Moultrie is having one heck of a second part of the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have Merritt Mathias here, our very first remote correspondent. Merritt, thank you so much for answering my SOS text yesterday to come on TRS, because Lord knows I do not watch enough NWSL to give you my end of the season hot takes.
Well, no, you don't. And you know what? You're welcome that I responded. I'm like, I should never keep Kristen Press on red. She's like, yo, don't ignore me. I'm like, sorry, I'm on my 1-year anniversary trip in Napa. But yes, I will I will respond to you. What do you need? And you're like, can you jump on the phone? I was like, or show. I was like, absolutely. I'm honored to be here. Glad to be the first ever.
First ever. And this is going to air after Decision Day, just FYI. So it's sort of a wrap up of the season. So let's start with, what is your general sense of how the 2025 NWSL season went, and your spiciest take?
Oh, okay. I think the overall season of the NWSL, honestly, I think it started off hot, got a little bit lukewarm in the middle, and I think we're leading into a Decision Day that will have a lot of fun and a lot of sparks, and there will be a lot of things that you're like, oh, well, didn't really anticipate that. I think it's really cool to see the teams like the San Diego Wave and Portland Thorns of the world that I think everyone going into the 2025 season did not have them in their forecast. I mean, Portland loses one of their top scorers. They're like lacking on 12, at least minimum 12 goals a year. Where are you getting that from? And then just the retirement of greats, Becky Sauerbrunn, Megan Klingenberg, Christine Sinclair. I mean, it's just such a younger team, and you're like, how's Rob Gale going to bring this group together? And to see them where they are leading into Decision Day is incredible. Oof. And then, I mean, San Diego is almost the same story, right? You have Jonas Eideval. What's he going to do? He got players from overseas. You have this French connection going on, and it works, you know? And they had their they were really in it in the first part of the season. I think they kind of dropped off, but they seem to be back in some form of a rhythm. But I have absolutely loved watching them play throughout the year. I think they've only gotten better. And then my hottest take would be Angel City's underutilization of our dear Lord and Savior, Christen Press.
I mean, right? I mean, did they want to score goals? No.
Oh my God. That is amazing, Merritt. I completely agree with you, where I think I had such high expectations for the NWSL this season going into it. And I feel like I was almost left like a little bored. But now as the playoffs are starting, it's almost like, wow, everything's come to life again. And I feel like this is American sports. So it's almost like a basketball season where you're just trying to make the playoffs, you know? But now, like you said, you're vibing with Portland. It's like, where did these vibes come from? And like San Diego, I think, was the biggest question mark going into this whole season, what that team was going to be like. Yeah.
Well, here we are, going into NWSL playoffs, looking back at a lot of highs and lows through the season. Merritt, tell us some of your favorite players to watch this year.
Ooh, this is such a great question. I'm going to first and foremost start off with the brace baddie, which is Ludmilla. I was able to cover Chicago quite a bit throughout this season. And from the beginning, you're like, oh dear.
Not many people have said that.
Yeah, I'm like, oh my God, I have to cover Chicago like this. What is there to talk about? What is the bright spot of the team? What is the identity? And shout out to Ella Masser. We've all played with her or against her in some form or fashion. She just was able to really galvanize the group during that summer break. And I think with the product they were able to put on the field after it, even though they came out and were just getting tie after tie after tie, it felt like wins. And the games that you're covering are like, these are exciting. Like, they're actually never out of it. They are coming back from 3-0 deficits and making it interesting. You got Alyssa Nair scoring goals, but Ludmilla, what she did in the second half of the season, she literally put Chicago on her back and was like, let's go. I just think she's incredible, fun to watch. She can score goals like that in an instant off of an attacking counterattack or attacking transition, which that is what the NWSL is, and she can capitalize. I have also loved watching Kenza Dolly. I think she is just so good. on the ball, and her movement and her recognition of space and where to be. When she's in a rhythm, the whole team operates differently.
Yeah.
And it's so fun to watch. Have loved Delphine Cascarino. I'm like, yes, girl, get 1v1, drop a shoulder, go end line. What are you going to do? I also, with Croy coming back and finding a little bit more of herself again.
I was waiting for you to say an American, Mare.
Well, yeah, I know. I've saved it for the end.
I know.
Hold on. I'm like, am I allowed to cuss on this show?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I f***ing love Croy. I would ride or die for her. From her like pregame fit to the product she puts on the field. I'm like, yes, I f***ing love you. And her finding her rhythm and confidence again. It takes a bit when you're out from injury, as we all know that are sitting on this phone call. So I just love her. I love when she's like feeling herself. I think she's so fun to watch. Those are my top 3, I believe.
Well, I love that. And I think it's very rare for someone to come on this show and talk about soccer in a way that Tobin agrees. But I have a feeling that, Tobin, you do like all of these players.
I liked all of them. I just kept thinking, like, what player would I really want to see paired with Croy? Like, Croy has probably one of the best final passes that I've seen from a 10 in such a long time and is so dynamic. And I'm just thinking, like, if there was one 9 that I could pair Croy with, I wonder who it would be, because obviously it's not there at Washington.
Yeah. I know. I feel like just a dynamic 9. I feel like the 9 position is just such a coveted space, and we've seen it morph into something a little bit different.
Wingers are your scorers now.
Exactly. And a 9 has kind of become like you are a false 9 and you're expected to play in, kind of interchange in this like very fluidity of the game.
Yeah. Like even when I was going into like picking teams, like the 9, like you said, it's a dying role in a lot of ways. You can even see it with the national team. The national team's struggling. They don't have their Sophia Smith, and they're not really developing a 9. They're developing a false 9. And when it comes to the league as well, the only 9, out and out 9 that I'm looking at on my team is either an Esther or a Banda. Like those are the only ones in the league currently. Other than that, like even Chwenga, top goal scorer, she's playing as a winger. She's not playing as a 9.
No, and to your point, it is this dying art. It's like what running backs had to go through in the NFL. You're just like, are we going to find a back? I'm just bringing in all the
Kristen's freaking out over here. She's like, what?
In the what league? I don't understand.
In the National Fairy
How do we get there? Yo, this could be the first NFL mention on the recap show. Hey, let's go.
Hey, first ever. I'm just like checking off all the boxes of first things to ever be done on this show. No, but it's true. You look at the 9 and you're like, to be great at that. Like, let's just take Esther, who is probably more of a 9, where she is from like an athletic perspective. Is she the fastest? Is she the tallest? Is she all these things? No, but her ability on the ball, back to goal, and then to find space in the box, she's exceptional.
Phenomenal in the box.
Phenomenal in the box. Yeah. And we don't have that in the same way. We don't, in terms of like, if you look at the U.S. women's national team and then what has been, filtered down into the NWSL, that is not where our priorities lie. Which
is like the priority. This is the objective. And getting back to your hot take about Christen Press, this is kind of what drives me crazy about the objectives here. Like the objective is to score, like, and it is the hardest thing in the game to do,
Well, it feels really wild to say to note that our priority isn't having a goal scorer, because I feel like that's made the US team for so long. Like, I feel like we all had only 9s, and then we started playing them at outside back and winger because they were just like all the best.
Everyone was converted from a 9 into a different position.
I probably played 2 games as a 9 because I just couldn't get in there.
We got to get some born again 9s in this bitch, yo.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll work on it.
I also want to shout out Bia, another great 9. But again,
great one.
These are all international players. We haven't mentioned one American. And I mean,
know.
we have to say Soph is out of the mix, but other than that.
I know. Soph being out of the mix, but I'm saying if you were to pair Croy back to your original thought about who you'd pair Croy with Sophia in the mix, that's the pairing. That is just, if they
that's
both
good
can
news
get
for
on
the
the
US
same
women's
page
national
and
team.
healthy at the same time.
Yeah. I like that. I like that a lot.
I like that one.
Yeah.
Okay, Merritt.
What?
Next question for you today.
Okay.
Who do you think will win versus who do you actually want to win?
Ooh.
Oh my gosh. I think you have to, Kansas City has been incredible this year. They've only gotten better. And I've said this before, I think have played for Vlatko and then to see him struggle at the international level. I just truly believe he is the coach that needs to be with the team day in and day out. And what he is able to get from a team and the players that he has an ongoing relationship with and that he can see from one week to the other and then just build the team in the way that he has, that's where he is great. He is a great club coach. And I think you've seen that they fell short last year. He went and got the players that he needed. They kind of get healthy all at the same time. And they're just great. And then you have the threat of Chawinga that just changes the game.
But
because
if Chawinga's not available, is this a team that still can win?
I think so, yes. I think that they have enough in their arsenal and in their midfield and in their ability to attack the goal with who they have.
What team matches up the best against their style? If Kansas City makes it to the final, for this to be the most competitive final, what team could beat them? Or who are they trying to avoid in the playoffs?
These are such great questions. I think Kansas City without Chawinga becomes a more manageable team, right? I still think that they can win. They become more manageable. I think who matches up well with them, I think a healthy Washington matches up well. I don't know now with Trinity with a question mark. It becomes way more competitive. I think it becomes more even. I think if Washington has Trent and Kansas City is lacking Chawinga, then that balance scale might tip a little bit. I think who they're not wanting to get,
maybe San Diego.
Honestly,
maybe San Diego.
I was gonna say San Diego.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of how the bracket aligns, but also honestly, this sounds wild, but even a Louisville. Like Louisville under Bev and what they've been able to do and the results they've been able to they've gotten good results, top teams in the league.
Yeah.
At home and away. And I think that they just have a belief within their team that they're going to be essentially blue collar and they're going to be physical and they're going to be disruptive and they're going to be direct and they're going to put Emma Sears on the right and let her do her thing and see what can happen.
Emma Sears on the right?
On the right?
Is she
on the wing. Yeah.
Right or left? She's on the right?
On the right.
Oh, you're
Emma
thinking
Sears?
about your starting 11.
Why does she play on the left with the U.S. team?
I don't know, but with Louisville, she plays on the right. She plays on the right, but I think with Louisville, with their little connection and Taylor Flint being healthy.
What I like about that prediction is it feels like Louisville is a team that knows exactly who they are and they play in a way that they can be consistent at what they do. As opposed to you take a San Diego Wave and it's for them, if they're in their top form and flow, great, they're phenomenal. But it takes a lot more for them to be able to find that at the right moment.
I mean, they're a great pressing team, Louisville. And I just think that Kansas City plays so direct that it's hard if you're a pressing team, if you're just going direct for no reason.
That sounds like one ugly final.
I know, truth.
But also to Kristen, to your point with the Louisville, they don't have they have Emma Sears who's really come alive for them. She's historically their leading goal scorer. But they haven't had like a Kansas City who has like a Shawingo, or what we saw the growing pains of Orlando without Barbara Banda. They don't
That
have
was
a player
hard
that
to watch.
hard
Orlando
to watch.
without Banda is hard.
Different. It's a
Oof.
different time.
Yeah.
But anyway, they've been able to just really buy into their identity and be like, we are who we are, and these are the players we have, and we're going to go out there and make it really difficult for you.
Okay, so you didn't answer who you're rooting for.
Who am I rooting for?
Well, I assume that Kansas City was the team that you thought was going to win.
Yeah. Kansas City is like the team that I think will win. I think I'm rooting for, honestly, San Diego. I really like San Diego. I don't think that I don't know if they can pull it off in that way. I don't know if they have enough firepower or like speed up top to like make that happen. But
yeah,
I really enjoy the brand of soccer when they are in their flow that they play. I think it's a really great game to watch. I love the triangles that they form consistently throughout the pitch.
Tobin, who are you rooting for?
I agree. Like I root for a pretty final. I think it would be amazing to watch San Diego play the Spirit in the final. I think I would love to watch that game of football.
Yeah, that's a great one.
All right.
But
that was just what I want to watch.
Yeah. Be clear. That's not your prediction.
Well, Mer, I mean, these are amazing takes. I do agree with Merritt most of the time. And she's so
High
smart.
praise.
And if there's any player that knows what's required to win in the NWSL, it's Merritt Mathias.
Oh, thanks, Tobes. That means a lot.
It's the truth. And I think like you never hold back. I mean, we need your honesty and we need your expertise. So thank you for being our first
remote correspondent,
Merritt Mathias.
Remote correspondent.
You ever walk into somebody's house and it just smells amazing? And you're like, how do I make that happen? Pura makes that easy. It's a smart home fragrance brand that lets you control your scents straight from an app. You can adjust the intensity, set schedules, and even swap between premium, clean fragrances from brands you already love. And right now, smarter scenting starts with a free Pura diffuser. For a limited time, you can get a free set when you subscribe to 2 cents monthly for a year, just in time for holiday hosting. Subscribe to a festive scent now and easily swap it later. This exclusive deal won't last, so shop now at Pura.com.
Now it's time for everyone's favorite segment, Community Questions, brought to you by our friends at Nulo, a premium pet nutrition brand with innovative high-protein recipes trusted by dozens of world-class athletes, such as Simone Biles and Gabby Thomas, and available across the U.S. and online. Go check them out. I will go first. Anna from Scotland asks, if Bob could speak for a day, what would you ask her?
Which mom she likes better?
No, we already know. It's me.
I know. You're right. I just need to really know. I need to hear it out of the dog's mouth.
I loved this question because my answer was Bob does speak. And everyone is about to find out.
You're right. But only I speak Bob.
But only Tobin speaks Bob.
Yeah. I guess another thing that I would want to know is like, it's actually quite funny because we think that Bob's kind of unathletic. And I would want to know how she feels about her fitness and if she feels like she's getting enough activity or wants us to tone it down. Because I'm kind of like, are you tired? Are you lazy? Are you unathletic?
I think a little bit of all those things.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I would want to know a little bit about her personality. Like she does this thing where she runs into things she's afraid of and her tail's up and she seems happy. But I'm like, are you happy? Are you afraid? Like, tell me about yourself. Are you the type of dog that wants to like feel and like live on the edge? Or am I just like a little bit reckless as a mother, letting you run into danger and you're afraid?
Yeah. I agree with that. More of her feelings. Like, how does she feel about things?
Yeah.
Because she's very whiny. And I'm always trying to translate her whines. And I'm like, are you just being annoying?
I really agree.
Yeah.
Are you actually in need of something?
Yeah.
Or do you just like the sound of your own?
Uh-huh.
Okay, you go.
Dana from Utah asks, hi, my anxious border collie cattle dog mix Moo Pacha. Oh, like Mufasa, but Moo Pacha.
Oh, how cute.
Would like to ask Bob for some tips on staying calm around strangers, especially at the vet. Oh,
Okay,
Bob loves
so
the vet.
Bob loves the vet because she's very social. She is not calm around strangers, but she has been trained to understand neutrality. And you can put her in a little down and she will watch the people and the dogs go by. And then she'll look up at mom and then you feed her treats. And then she knows every time that she makes eye contact with you, more treats are coming. And then that's how she sort of learns neutrality. You're basically just talking to your dog, telling them what you want them to do by rewarding them for every good behavior. So even when Bob was a little pup, when she would sit with me, I would just give her treats so that she would prefer me to Tobin. And now it's become our little thing. She sits by me and I just feed her treats. Yeah, but she loves the vet because everyone at the vet loves her because she's so cute. She smells great. Her fur's so soft. Her teeth are sparkling white. So she gets rave reviews. And she just, like her mother, she likes getting good scores.
So I guess the tip would be have white teeth.
I gave a tip. It was neutrality.
I think neutrality is really great. And I would add to the neutrality that I think sometimes we like to, or I'm learning a lot about parenting. And I think sometimes we want to like protect our dog from the thing that's scary to them or making them most anxious. And it's actually trying to like desensitize that thing for them, but like not put them into it. Like you really have to go slow.
Yeah.
And let them know they're okay and give them lots of treats and lots of pets.
Jordan from Alabama asks, Tobin, what's your ideal cheat snack day?
Well, at Angel City games, the only time I ever eat candy, because I stopped eating candy because I had a candy problem, I get this giant thing of Red Ropes. And that watching that Angel City team just makes me chomp on those Red Ropes till they're all gone.
Another fun fact about Tobin is she hates the dentist.
I do.
I know that one's funny.
All right. Costanza from Italy asks, what's your comfort movie for lazy days?
You're smiling so big that I feel like you know what it is.
Yeah.
What?
It would definitely be like Lord of the Rings.
That's a feel movie. That's not a comfort movie.
It's not comfort?
That's when I got it. I'm going to cry watching Lord of the Rings,
Maybe. Oh, I know. Sex and the City, the movie.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yep.
Yeah.
Good one.
Honestly, all I need to watch is the scene where she is doing her Vogue photo shoot in her, like being 50 years old and married, and then she puts in all those dresses and then they play like songs and everyone cries. Oh, that's all I need to watch. That is comforting.
There you go.
Well, thank you everybody for your wonderful questions about Bob. We all appreciate them. We love our Bobby girl and we love you all.